And now it's time for Stordy time. And in tonight's Stordy, it's the story of the Little Papi and Star Trek Planet of Cheese. That's right, little Pete. Now, you know the mammy? Well, the mammy and the pappy were talking earlier about lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things. And the pappy said, Mammy, tonight's story will be the story of the little pappy and the planet of cheese. And she went, yay, pappy, yay. And the little pappy said, that's right, Mammy. Now, when the little pappy was a little pappy, he was lying in his bed and he was reading Famous Monsters of Farmland. And then he was turning the pages on the bit about Dracula, and he was looking at all the vampires, and then he saw this huge picture of a planet, and it looked all white. And he went, oh, that's a weird planet. And he got ready, and he put his Famous Monsters of Filmland away, and he went down to his mum. And he went, I've had another stroke of genius. And she went, not again, little pappy. It's exhausting me, your genius. And he went, yeah, but Mum, I'm telling you, this one, it's so brilliant. It frightens me. What is there to be frightened of? Me genius, Mum, me genius. If I went to school tomorrow and said, right, this is what I played and made up, they'd say, I don't know what they'd say. They'd be astonished. I'm sure they would, little pappy. You know why they'd be astonished, though? Why, Mum? Because, well, you'd be the only kid in the school, wouldn't you? Because it's Sunday tomorrow. Oh, I thought it was Monday. Oh, brilliant. That means we can play on the Barnabas Hill tomorrow as well. Oh, I better go and tell the others. I'll see you, Mum. And he gave her a kiss on the cheek and a hug. Went, see ya. And then he knocked at Pauline's. Now, Pauline. And Pauline came to the door with her favourite cereal in her blue plastic bowl and with the Baby Lucia and her dirty cup. And little Pappy went, Baby Lucia, you know what? See that cheek? It reminds me of toffee apples. And she went, Pappy. And I went, that's right. Pauline, it's another Star Trek adventure, but this one's like no other adventure we've ever played before. It's brilliant. And she went, and I'm the captain. And he went, Pauline, of course you're the captain. You're always going to be the captain. You're the only one that can do a ponytail in dead fast. Okay, all right, let me finish this cereal. So Pauline finished her cereal as quickly as she could. And the Baby Lucia finished her dirty cup as quickly as she could. And when they were done, Pauline took her empty blue plastic bowl and the Baby Lucia's empty dirty cup with Mickey Mouse on the side that Joe gave her, straight to the kitchen sink. And she put her bowl in the sink, and she took Baby Lucia's empty dirty cup and filled it right up to the brim. And then she put her hair in a ponytail and came straight back. The Pap said, see, you're the captain of the Enterprise all over again. And she went, I know, I can't wait. I went, okay, let's go and get Tony. So they knocked at Tony's and shouted through the letterbox, now Tony. And Baby Lucia knocked too. And she shouted through the letterbox, nee. And Tony came to the door with a nice heart-shaped jam buzzy for the Baby Lucia and a jam buzzy for himself. And he said, I daren't say it too loud. But it's Hovis. Hovis, and it's dead fresh. Sliced Hovis. Oh, can't wait to eat it. Right, there you go. There's your jam, Buzzy. And it's Hartley's blackcurrant jam. Yeah, I know. Baby Lucia went, yay, yay, yay. So she sat down and ate a heart-shaped jam Buzzy as quickly as she could. And Tony ate his jam Buzzy as quickly as he could. And the Baby Lucia climbed up and sucked the rest of the jam off Tony's cheek. And then she climbed back down. And Tony went, right, has it all gone? And Little Papi said, of course it has. How many more times? She's a master of removing unwanted jam. And I went, oh, great. And then Little Papi said, yeah, but Tony, here's the thing. I had this brilliant thought. It's too brilliant to talk about. I want it to be a decent surprise. We're playing Star Trek. And he went, oh, all right then, okay. And then he said, right, let's go and get Delores and Charlotte. So they went round to Dolores's, where she was sitting on the step with Charlotte. If I can get them to stand up. Hello, girls. And Delores went, hello, Little Papi. Hello, Tony. Hello, Baby Lucia. And hello, Pauline. Captain Pauline. And Little Papi said, that's right, because we're playing Star Trek. And Charlotte went, yay, I can't wait. Are you okay, Delores? Yeah, I'm okay. It's just these brand new shoes are so brand new, they're a bit tight on my feet. And Little Papi said, well, they look lovely. They look very, very nice. And Tony went, hang on a minute, this has got to stop. Delores, Charlotte, I'm not being horrible. I'm not. It's just that, aren't they the same shoes you were wearing yesterday? And Delores said, don't be silly. These are brand new one, aren't they, Charlotte? And Charlotte went, yes, they are. Look, you can see they're all shiny. The ones that we had on yesterday that you saw had bits of grass on them. And Tony said, yeah, but here's the thing. You know, if you take the grass off, would that make the shoes brand new? And Delores said, of course it wouldn't. It would just be shoes with the grass off. Now that's it. They're brand new. And Pauline said, of course they are, Delores. And Little Papi said, yeah, don't know what's the matter with you, Tony. Tony went, oh, never mind. And then Baby Lucia went, ah. And she looked around for a stone. And she got the stone and threw it at Tony. And he went, ow, what was that for? And Pauline said, like the Little Papi's teacher would say, don't be impertinent. And Tony said, yeah, but what does impertinent mean? And Pauline said, nobody knows. Do they, Little Papi? Little Papi said, of course nobody knows, because it's from a teacher. And that's why. If you understood teachers, there'd be no point in going to school. Right, come on, we're all going to play Star Trek in my backyard. And Delores said, okay, I just have to tell my mummy. And Little Papi said, okay. And Tony said, and that's another thing. None of us have to keep going telling our mums where we're going every time we go out. And Delores said, but my mummy said I'm special, and special little girls. Mummies need to know where special little girls are, because there's rough people out there and filthy, dirty people. And Tony said, well, none of us are filthy and dirty. And she went, yeah, but you are sometimes, Tony. He went, yeah, but only on Fridays. Little Papi said, okay, Delores, go and tell your mum. So Delores went in, and she told her mum that she was going to play Star Trek at the Little Papi's, and she came back. Right, my mum said it's okay to play as long as we don't scuff our brand new shoes. And so he went, right, okay then. Little Papi said, we'll make sure you don't. We'll make sure you look after them. Because that's what you do with brand new shoes, Tony. Tony said, yeah. And then Charlotte said, when are you going to have brand new shoes, Tony? And Tony said, when after for Christmas. And she went, oh, okay then. So Little Papi said, right, to my backyard. And so they all went round to the Little Papi's backyard, and they climbed on the air raid shelter roof. And then Little Papi said, right, Tony, when you're ready. So he said, right, okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. And then Tony said, and the other bit, the other bit. Ding, 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 ding. Da da da. Da 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 da. Da da. And then Little Papi said, right, Pauline, as soon as you're ready. And Pauline said, okay. Right. It's, well, what? Oh, yeah. Okay. Right, Captain's log, star date 5555.3. And Charlotte said, is it 0.3 or 0.4? She went, no, it's 0.3. And she went, okay. And then Pauline said, right, we've been looking out the windows and it's pitch black out there and there's some stars. And there's also these like streaks that are all blue and pink mixed together. And Tony said, doesn't that mean that they're purple? Pauline said, no, it means the blue and the pink and they're mixed together, Tony. I'm the captain. I know what I can see. And he went, right, okay, sorry, Captain. And Little Papi said, right. And she went, yeah. And what's going on the scanner? So Little Papi said, come on, Baby Lucia, let's have a look. And so they looked on the scanner. And Baby Lucia went, oh, somebody there was someone on a plane. Oh, it was ocean pieces about it. A cheese. Oh, it was deposited cheese. And Pauline said, you're kidding? Really? And Baby Lucia went, yeah, oh, but cheese was on a plane. And so he said, you mean, is she kidding? How could you understand a word she's saying? Dear me. And then Baby Lucia looked for a bolt or a screw and found one. And he went, ow, that's the second time today. And I gave you a heart-shaped gambuzzy. And Pauline said, because you were being impertinent. And he went, oh, yeah, sorry. Sorry, Baby Lucia. And then Little Papi said, okay. A planet made of cheese. And Tony said, how do you know that she said it was a planet made of cheese? All I heard was, oh, but cheese, plane. And then Little Papi said, okay, that's enough now, Tony, because I'm telling you, it won't be long before she gets the spade out. And he went, oh, yeah, sorry. And Pauline said, right, let's behave ourselves and no more criticising. Tony said, I wasn't criticising, but it doesn't matter. And she went, okay, right. So now there's a planet on the scanner that Baby Lucia said is made of cheese. And Tony went, oh, here we go again. Look, Baby Lucia, the moon's not made of cheese. And there's no planets made of cheese. Have another look. And Pauline said, she knows what she's doing, Tony. It's a planet made of cheese. Charlotte, take us into the planet's orbit. And she went, oh, okay, Pauline, Captain, sorry. I love this bit. Oh, wait a minute. I've got to turn the particle accelerator on. And the core compositor. That's it. See? Oh, okay. Right, let's see where we are. Oh, I love this bit. Is everyone ready? And they all went, yeah. And she went, okay. Okay, Pauline, we're in orbit. Have a look, Tony. And Tony said, I don't need to look. It's just another planet. And Charlotte said, I'm telling you, you should look. And I said, oh, let's have a look. Oh, it is. Little Papi, the whole planet's made of cheese. Let's go. We're all going. And then Pauline said, okay. And then Delores said, but Tony, don't you want to make sure the shields are up and the photon torpedoes are loaded? And Tony said, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want that cheese to be perfect when we land. And then Pauline said, right, everyone get ready. Let's beam down. And so first it was Delores, and Charlotte, and then Tony, then Pauline, then Baby Lucia, and then Little Papi. And when they got down on the planet's surface, Pauline said, oh, it's true. The whole planet is made of like Dairy Lee triangle cheese. And Tony said, it's unbelievable. Look at it. Oh, I've never seen that much cheese in my life. If only we had some crackers and some of them pickled onions. And Little Papi said, oh, I hate them onion things. They ruin it. And he went, no, they don't, Tony. No, they don't. No, they don't, Little Papi. It's an acquired taste. And he went, oh, la-di-da. We can just have cheese with crackers. Oh, we haven't got any crackers, have we, Pauline? Pauline said, no, we don't have any crackers. And Tony said, well, I'm going to try some. Right, let's get some. And so they went over. And then Charlotte said, here's a great big load. And then they went over and they could see the cheese. And she said, oh, okay. Captain, do you mind if I sample some of the specimens? And then Pauline said, help yourself, Charlotte. She went, okay. And so Charlotte grabbed a piece of cheese and she started to munch on it. Oh, it is. It's just like cheese. It's the same as the cheese in Joe's shop. Oh, Joe would love this. And so she had the cheese as quickly as she could. And then Delores said, oh, let me taste some. And so Tony said, hang on a sec, hang on. I better check in case there's any little kind of beasts hiding in it. And so Tony grabbed a great big piece of cheese and he went, no, there's no beasts in that. Oh, it's lovely, this. Little Papi, it's dead fresh. And you don't have to take that horrible silver foil off. And Little Papi said, let's have a look. Ah, and not only that, it's not even dirty. And Pauline said, that's because we haven't stood in those triangles. And Baby Lucia, she went over and she tried some. So everybody had a great big piece of cheese. And Little Papi passed a piece to Pauline. There you go, Pauline, there's yours. Tony, there's another fresh piece for you. How many have you had? And Tony said, I've only had 2. Little Papi said, I haven't even tasted it properly, yeah? And he said, yeah, but I was hungry. He said, but you had a jambussy just a minute ago. And Tony said, that was back on Earth, Little Papi, millions and millions of years ago. And he went, okay, never mind. And so each of the nest babies had lots and lots of cheese. And Tony started piling more and more on. And then Pauline said, really, we should have brought plates. And Delores said, it's okay, because there's nothing to make a mess with, because everything else is made of cheese. And Baby Lucia had some of Tony's, and Delores and Charlotte shared theirs. And Little Papi said, I can't believe this. How can you have a planet made of cheese? And then Pauline said, I don't know. Do you know, Charlotte? And Charlotte said, well, does anybody know where Dairy Lee cheese triangles come from? And Tony said, yeah, Joe's shop. And she went, okay, and where does Joe get them? He said, I don't know. And then Delores said, Tony, what if a UFO came down to Earth and dropped all the cheese triangles off, and then people wrapped them up so they didn't get dirty in that foil, and then sent them to the shops? Tony said, yeah, that's exactly it. Alien cheese. It doesn't come from cows. And Pauline said, it does. And Tony said, how can it? No, it doesn't come from, because there's no silver foil inside of cows. And Pauline said, Tony, cheese is made from milk and cheese. And you mix the milk and the cheese together, and then you make sure it's square or triangular shaped, and that's that. And then the farmer says, oh, I'll make loads of money from this, but I better keep it clean. So he gets some foil, and he cuts it into triangles, and he glues it on and gives it to Joe. And Tony says, okay. But then that destroys our UFO theory, Delores. Delores said, no, it doesn't, because cows don't eat cheese, do they? And Tony went, no. And he said, exactly. The aliens give the cheese to cows, and that's why cows are big and fat. And so they're full of cheese. And then when the cheese comes out, the farmer's waiting with a bucket. And so he said, right, okay. And Little Papi said, okay, well, you know what? It's lovely, this. And Baby Lucia carried on eating the cheese. But then all of a sudden, Baby Lucia went, and she stuck on Pauline's chest. And Pauline went, Baby Lucia, it's not time for a party on. And Baby Lucia went, I'm sorry. And then Baby Lucia was trying to pull herself off Pauline. And Pauline said, Little Papi, help. And so Little Papi went over and he grabbed Baby Lucia and he went, But then Baby Lucia was stuck to the Little Papi. And Pauline said, what's happening? And then Tony said, it's not that blackcurrant jam, is it? Because it really was sticky. And then suddenly, Charlotte went, and she stuck to Tony. And then Delores stuck to Charlotte and Tony. And Pauline said, what are you doing? Like that. And then Delores said, we're not doing nothing, Pauline. I just got pulled onto Tony, and so did Charlotte. And Baby Lucia got pulled onto Little Papi. And Pauline said, what do you mean pulled? And then she said, let's have a look. And then suddenly, Pauline got pulled onto the pile. That was Delores, Charlotte, and Tony. Ow! I can't pull myself off. And Little Papi said, stop it, yous. You've got to shout parley on if you're having a parley on. And then suddenly, the Little Papi and Baby Lucia felt that they were being dragged towards them. Stay back, Baby Lucia. And they tried to pull themselves away, but they couldn't. And suddenly, everyone was in a great big pile. And Baby Lucia went, and they tried and tried and tried to get themselves free. And Delores said, I'm sorry, Tony, if I'm heavy. And Tony said, it's okay. just when I say, I'll count to 3, and then everyone jump off. And Delores said, we can't. And he said, 1, 2, 3. And nobody could pull themselves away. Like that. And neither could Baby Lucia and the Little Papi. And then suddenly, Charlotte muttered from underneath Delores, the cheese is magnetic cheese, Pauline. And Pauline said, oh no. And Tony had the most. That's why we're all stuck on Tony. And Little Papi said, I knew it. Tony, why couldn't you just had 1.5 like the rest of us? And Tony said, because I was hungry. And Little Papi said, how many did you have? And Tony said, I don't know, 5. And Little Papi said, no one can eat 5 pieces of cheese. No one, Tony, no one. And Tony said, well, I just did. And I'm sorry. And Pauline said, it doesn't matter, we've got to get ourselves free. And then Baby Lucia tried, and she kicked the cheese away. Like that. And as she kicked the cheese away, she came off the Little Papi. And then Pauline said, Baby Lucia's free. Baby Lucia, stay back. Don't come near us. And she went, no, please. And then Pauline said, wait a minute, how many did Baby Lucia have? And Little Papi said she only had a little bite of one before everyone got stuck together. And Pauline said, okay, that's it. The more cheese you eat, the more magnetic you are. Now, we've got to get ourselves free. And then Baby Lucia went, and Pauline said, yeah, let's do that. We've got to get off this planet. And Little Papi said, yeah, but what if we're stuck to the planet forever? And Tony went, no, wait a minute. well, we'd have plenty of food. And Little Papi said, don't be soft, Tony. We've got to go home. We've all got homes to go to. And Delores said, I told my mummy I was going to play Star Trek. I didn't tell her I was going to get stuck to a planet. And Little Papi said, that's right, Delores. Oh, Baby Lucia, can you beam us back? And Baby Lucia went, sorry, little Abyss. I saw it, and he's always up. And then Pauline said, okay. Pauline said, okay, we're ready. And then suddenly, everybody got beamed back to the ship. But they were still in a pile. And then Baby Lucia grabbed the bits of cheese as quickly as she could and pulled herself away. Only someone on the bleed, so what is up? And then she sucked on her dirty cup. And Tony went, I don't believe this. We're all stuck together. And Baby Lucia isn't, and she's drinking a dirty cup. And Pauline said, leave it alone. You know what happens. And he went, oh yeah, sorry, Baby Lucia, it's okay. Baby Lucia, can you pull us away? And so Baby Lucia grabbed the Little Papi. And Little Papi went, And she pulled him, she dragged him away like that. And then suddenly, Little Papi said, hey, I'm not magnetic anymore. And Pauline said, I wonder why. And Charlotte said, it's because all the cheese has now gone down to his bum. And then Tony said, well, it hasn't gone down to mine. And then Baby Lucia went, I was telling nobody, darling, do always so much up. So Baby Lucia grabbed Charlotte and started pulling. And Delores said, no. And she dragged Charlotte away. And then Charlotte was free. And she wasn't sticking to the Baby Lucia or to Little Papi. And Delores said, okay. Little Papi, can you drag me? And Little Papi said, I can try. But if I get stuck, I'm not trying it again. I said, you can't just leave us like this. And he said, I know. It'd be really bad, but I don't want to get stuck to you forever. And she went, thank you very much. And I went, right, okay, right. You try and push yourself away, Delores. Delores said, I'm trying. And then Tony's going, ow. And then suddenly, Little Papi managed to pull Delores away. And she was like that. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Little Papi. Little Papi said, you're very welcome, Delores. And Tony said, right, pull me now. Little Papi said, I can't. You're the eldest, and you're too big, and you're too heavy. And he said, you've got to pull me away. And then suddenly Delores said, I'll try. And so she grabbed Tony's foot. I said, right, close your eyes. And Tony said, why? And she said, just in case you bang your head on something. And he went, okay. And she managed to get Tony away. And I said, hey, I'm not sticking to nothing. And Delores said, yeah, but still stay away from us for a bit. Until the cheese has gone down to your bum. And don't come near us until it has. He said, how would I know? And Delores said, you'd know because you would no longer be sticking to people. And he went, well, come here, Little Papi, see if you stick. And Tony said, no. And Little Papi said, no, I'm not coming there. Stay there. And he went, okay. And then Pauline got up. She went, what a strange planet of magnetic cheese. And then Tony went, hey, how do magnets work? And Pauline, I don't know. They're sticky. And he went, yeah, I know that they're sticky, but how do they work? Has anybody worked that out? And Little Papi said, ask your teacher on Monday. He said, I will. I'm going to say, miss, can you please tell me how magnets work? And then Charlotte said, I think I know. And so he said, go on then. How? And she went, right, if you've got a piece of metal and another piece of metal and you put them together, nothing will happen. And I went, yeah, well, we know that. And she went, right. But if the magnets, they'll stick together. And he went, yeah. And she went, so, one's a magnet and one's not. And that's that. So he went, all right, that's great, that. I'll ask my teacher tomorrow. No, on Monday. And so, Baby Lucia came up to Pauline. How's it turning out, Pauline? And she went, she's not sticking to me anymore. And Tony said, yeah, and I'm not sticking to anyone either. It must have gone to me bum. And they went, yeah, it has. The end. Now, let me just gather you all together because you're all falling all over the place. Right, did you like that Stordy little bit? And would you like to be all snuggled up with the mammy and the baby, and with Charlotte, and Delores, and Freddie, and Layla, and Baby Lucia, and little Joni and her baby, and Marlon, and Al, and Olivia, to watch the Stordy of the Little Papi and Star Trek Planet of the Cheese? Then that's what we will do. Now, let's give our lovely mammy a nice love and a hug and a kiss. Okay, come on, Baby Lucia. Doity? Yes, you can bring your doity cup. Doity, mammy? Come on, Pauline. Tony, stop coughing. He went, I can't help it. And it's not a cough, I'm just clearing my throat. Okay. Come on. Okay, come on, Delores. Let's all get nice and snuggled up so that I can say night night.